this, brothers and sisters. We have a problem on this planet. For over 50 years, I have been working to solve for this problem, arriving at a solution in 2008. Since then, I have been working diligently to share this solution with humanity. What is the problem? We have psychopaths in control. The evidence is all around us, though most of us only look at any piece that affects us directly and do not put the pieces together. Some of that evidence includes building nuclear plants on fault lines, GMOs loose on the planet, glyphosate, aka Roundup in particular, and other insecticides in general, saturating our soils. Fake, quote, news, unquote. If you think 9/11 was a one-off and we catch the culprits and things will be happy again, you really aren't awake yet. Nothing being done about unsafe, quote, foods, unquote, like high fructose corn syrup. The police state, need I say more? Bailouts that dwarf annual spending on those who struggle in the imposed scarcity. The rampant pedophilia trade in Washington, England, and around the planet in, quote, upper echelons, unquote. Justice unserved for most of us. On this vastly abundant planet, poverty. Quote, our, unquote, government, which means control mind, is a corporation. All of them are around the globe. Tech kept secret that would free humanity from slavery, whether adding energy as an outright slave or as a wage slave. Debt slavery is intertwined with that latter. The, quote, federal, unquote, quote, reserve, unquote. The corporation called the Vatican. Vaccines. If you still believe that they help in any way, you haven't been paying attention. What helped was better nutrition and sanitation, and the motive for vaccines is a psychopathic one. The scant bread of food stamps and the burgeoning circuses of, quote, news, unquote, sports, gossip, fandom, TV, fashion, reality shows, blockbuster movies, advertising, marketing, and on and on. Peer review only for work that is inside a specific set of expectational parameters, e.g., if the work shows free energy, it will not receive peer review. The CIA drug trade, quote, geoengineering, unquote, without gaining consent of all who may be affected by nanoparticulates of aluminum, strontium, and barium, all of which are toxic. Lies about the actual test results and things being considered for making, quote, mandatory, unquote. The MMR vaccine lies are the tip of the iceberg. Wars justified by fake, quote, news, unquote. Bohemian Grove, Skull and Bones, Bilderbergs, Illuminati, the families who carry the psychopathic gene. High probability it is retained if kept within the family, huh? And all the rest of the, quote, secret society, unquote, shit. Mind control. Money supplies the power to perform this on any beyond a personal level. Obscene flow of wealth to very few on this planet. I could go on, but what I offer here should be enough to paint a clear picture that we do have psychopaths in control. What is the solution? To understand the solution, an understanding of foundational economics helps. The foundation is the accounting for the energy each of us adds into the system. Because energy was scarce and most work required human energy input, and for that reason we see slavery, either outright or wage debt slavery, we began to account for it with our goods and services exchanged representing our energy. We began exchanging to survive. Some will argue that money was deliberately introduced here as a control mechanism, and others will say it was a natural progression from hauling goods around and trying to find those who had what we wanted and wanted what we had. Either way, money represents the energy we added to create the goods and services. Money was a useful tool. The problem with money is that it promotes the most psychopathic to the top. They will do anything to get the money/power over others. It allows them to pay toadies, armies, and strong arms. It lets them bribe people, create blackmail scenarios, threaten, ruin, and kill those they want out of the way. It allows them to buy the media. It allows them to create false reality for us. It allows them to plan and implement things like Agenda 21 in the Codex Alimentarius. It allows them to manipulate us and suck us dry of the energy we might use to create as we love to do. It allows all the psychopathic things we see. Since I personally know that we have had the ability to extract all the energy we could use from the ether in the form of electrogravitics for at least 55 years, it becomes clear we should not have to account for our energy. That with abundant free energy, accounting for energy becomes like accounting for grains of sand, pointless. Especially with the robotics of today available to do any necessary work no one wants to do. We can be free of psychopathic control. We can eliminate the need to exchange to survive. Because my work is unpaid, and because arthritic little old ladies are at a severe disadvantage in a job market with 25% and more unemployed, I have been living in poverty for nearly a decade, and even been homeless. I would be homeless now but for a friend who, though he has been struggling with the MERS fraud trying to illegally take his home from him, he has also been paying my rent and utilities. I live on $194 a month in food stamps, eating 1 to 2 meals a day because I cannot afford more. I am asking you, my sisters and brothers, to support me in my work. My friend can no longer continue supporting me, and I will again be homeless. If 100 of you pledge $10 a month to my work, I would have $1,000 a month, $12,000 a year. Still well below poverty, but I could at least afford 3 meals a day. I offer the link to my GoFundMe account in the description here if you choose to be a part of creating a solution to the psychopaths in control on this planet. I also offer a link to my forum, which offers greater detail of the solution and an opportunity to join in creating a better way of doing things on this planet. I hope you choose to share the link. Thank you for your support.